Welcome to Behind the Badge. I'm your host, Chief David Molloy, Director of Public Safety with the City of Novi, and I'm very honored to have Assistant Chief Jerrod Hart joining us on Behind the Badge. Assistant Chief, welcome.
Thank you, Chief.
Why don't you start off with telling the viewing audience a little bit about not only your assignment, positions you've held within the organization, and a little bit about your background and education.
Well, I started with the Novi Police Department in 1991. I graduated from Ferris State University with a Bachelor of Science degree in Criminal Justice. Worked patrol for about 8.5, 9 years. I started our school resource officer program in 2000 and was lucky enough to transition into our detective bureau, where I was there for 4 years, and then promoted to sergeant for 4 years on midnight shift and lieutenant, and ultimately in 2012 landed in my current assignment here as Assistant Chief of Police of Support Services. So that's our communications center, our public safety records section, our investigative section, and our training and standards.
So that's kind of quite a bit of responsibility under one office. And in an investigation section, that's just not our detectives, but that's our school resource officers, all of our investigators, all of our undercover assets we have, not only here in the community, but assigned to other organizations as well.
Yes,
excellent.
That's correct.
And one of the big initiatives that we've been working on, can you tell the viewing audience about that?
Yeah, this is an excellent initiative, and it's really a way that we can provide you, our Chief Executive Officer, with a blueprint to maximize our resources here to provide the very best service to our community members, and that's national accreditation through CALEA, the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. And our journey started about 31 months ago, kicked off in July of 2014 with our initial conference. And what it's really saying is that we're not just talking the talk, we're going to walk it. And I think that we have done an excellent job throughout our careers, especially yours, in strengthening our policy and directive manual. As you know, we commonly are called upon by other communities to provide them with go-bys for policies for their agencies. But what we've done with CALEA is there's 489 total standards, which really represent the best practices in law enforcement right now. And they change from time to time to keep up with contemporary issues. But really, what we've done is we've strengthened an already strong directives manual to provide the very best services to our community members.
And ironically, while we were about halfway through the self-assessment and getting ready for our full assessment, the President came out with the 21st Century Task Force, a report from the 21st century on where they believe the future of policing is going. And one of those recommendations is exactly what we've been doing all along.
Yes, and what we really did see, Chief, was an increase after the unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, of agencies coming kind of late to the game as far as accreditation to try to meet those 6 pillars that have been identified in the task force. We've looked at officer wellness, training issues, which we trained just under 10,000 hours here at the Novi Police Department in 2016 for both sworn and non-sworn staff members, which is an incredible investment in our employees, and it's an investment to our community and a testament to our transparency, our willingness to maximize our service, our resources, and providing the best services to our community.
So at some point in time, we put all of our policies and procedures into what we refer to as directives, and then in November of last year, we had a mock on-site, if you will, of Michigan agencies that came in and took a look at. Can you tell the viewing audience a little bit about how that transpired?
Yes, in essence, before you get to the on-site assessment, which we will have here from the CALEA assessors, we had other agencies, of which there are 6 in Michigan, that are CALEA accredited with the advanced accreditation, which is what we're seeking, come out, and we walk them through the building. We open up our policy manual to them and had them kind of go through and make sure that we had all of our policies and directives in order to meet those national best practices in CALEA. So they were able to spend a lot of time in the building with yourself and with our program manager, Sergeant Kevin Ray, and really kind of strengthen up any areas that they thought that we needed to.
So out of the 580 plus police agencies throughout the state, how many have this accreditation?
6. We will be the 6, so there are 5 others.
So we'll be in the top 1%.
Top 1%.
And I think that goes a long way to not only, like you say, it's not only talking the talk, but walking the walk, showing the viewing audience, showing the community members, showing new businesses, showing our stakeholders that we are committed to having the absolute best practices throughout professional law enforcement.
Without a doubt, Chief. It's a huge commitment. It's been, like I say, a 31-month journey. By the time we're done, it'll be 36 months. And it really does do everything that we say we do, in our community to pursue excellence and to treat each contact as an opportunity to build trust and legitimacy in our community.
And we owe not only a huge thanks to all of our men and women in the organization, all of our subject matter expert, but a huge thanks to our Novi City Council, our elected officials, our city manager's office under the leadership of Pete Auger. They provided the financial support,
Yes.
the time allocation, and that just would not have happened because that really is what we see as the roadblock for this happening in other communities.
Yes, that is correct, Chief.
Well, Assistant Chief, thank you for your energy. Thank you for your dedication, your loyalty to this organization and to the community. You've served it valiantly for nearly 26 years now, and I appreciate everything you do. And I appreciate you advancing this huge effort at building community trust.
Thank you, Chief.
And to you, the viewing audience, thank you for tuning in to Behind the Badge. And until next time, continue to watch Novi Television.